A huge thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring this video. Today we know there are a couple staples of RPGs and JRPGs. Experience points, leveling up, and a harrowing 30+ hour story are nearly synonymous with the genre. However, Romancing Saga decides to take a different route. After choosing one of 8 characters to start with, each having their own origin story and background, you will embark on a non-linear journey where you dictate how the story progresses. You will fight in turn-based battles where the actions you take are what determines which stats increase and skills you unlock with no leveling whatsoever. You will also recruit and build your party of heroes up, customizing their character classes, forging weapons, and blending magic to fine-tune their abilities. Romancing SaGa Minstrel Song is actually a remaster of the remake of the original game that came out in 1992. This version features updated HD graphics and improved replayability features like New Game Plus, mini-maps, and a high-speed mode which will allow you to speed up the pace of the game. As someone who is used to the normal conventions of the genre, this new way of progressing feels a bit weird, but I honestly love it. Basing your own growth on the actions you take feels fantastic, and I love that system as opposed to the traditional leveling up experience. I do enjoy being able to take on the story at my own pace, and while I did get lost a couple times, this didn't impede my experience. While it does feel a little bit weird for a 3D game, you can't rotate the camera manually, and going through dialogue can feel a bit off if you're pressing buttons to go through it. Neither of these are game-breaking, and while the lack of camera control feels jarring at times, it is still an enjoyable experience. If you are going to play this though, I highly recommend doing it on the Steam Deck. Romancing SaGa on the Steam Deck feels right where it needs to be. The game has full controller support and sports that verified rating, which I completely agree with. Playing this game without changing anything will get you a solid 60 frames per second with an under 10 watt battery for 4.5 to 5 hours on a full charge with good sized in-game text. Due to this, I'm happy to give Romancing SaGa our best on deck rating. As soon as you hit play, you will have zero issues with this game. If you want to conserve battery, you can push the frame rate cap down to 30, which will bring drain to around 6 to 7 watts, but it feels a bit too sluggish for my liking. I did also encounter one time where waking my deck up from sleep made the audio continuously crack, and I had to restart the game for it to be fixed. I tried replicating this multiple times, but it didn't happen again, which leads me to believe this was more of a one-off. Overall, Romancing SaGa plays near perfectly on the Steam Deck, and we highly recommend checking it out, especially if you enjoy JRPGs. Thank you guys for watching, and a big thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome, and we really appreciate you. Happy gaming!